5. Critical errors to avoid. After 70 for a longer and healthier life. Have you ever stopped to think that you might be making mistakes every day that are literally shortening your life? Especially after 70, when our body is no longer that resilient. Machine it once was. Some habits that seem harmless might be seriously harming your health and longevity. Today I'm going to reveal the 5 most dangerous mistakes that people over 70 make without even realizing it. And pay close attention to mistake number 3, because it's silent, and many people don't even imagine the devastating impact it has on life expectancy. If you want to not only live longer, but live better, with more energy and independence, this video will completely change how you take care of your health from now on. Shall we begin? Error 1. Neglecting physical activity. The first mistake that could be stealing years from your life is thinking that after 70 it's time to stop moving. I understand perfectly. Your joints hurt, your breath isn't the same, and that comfortable. Chair seems much more attractive than any type of exercise, but look, it's exactly the opposite. Studies show that elderly people who maintain some regular physical activity live, on average, 7 years longer than those who adopt a sedentary lifestyle. And I'm not talking about running marathons or doing CrossFit. Small daily walks of 15 to 20 minutes already make all the difference. Light exercises in water are perfect for those with joint problems. Even simple activities at home, like lifting small weights while watching television or practicing Tai Chi in the yard, can strengthen your muscles, improve your balance, and drastically reduce the risk of falls. And do you know what's most interesting? Movement not only strengthens the body, but also the mind. Regular physical activity reduces the risk of dementia by up to 30%. That's right, your brain also benefits when you move. If you like these tips and want to receive more content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. I've been sharing several simple strategies that can make a huge difference in your quality of life after 70. Now, let's move on to the second mistake, and this is one I see many people making. Error 2. Unbalanced diet. I've lived so long, now I'm going to eat what I want. Have you thought or heard this? It seems fair after so many years, doesn't it? But this mindset could be taking precious years away from your life. One of the biggest mistakes after 70 is neglecting proper nutrition. At this stage, our metabolism changes, our body absorbs nutrients differently, and we have specific needs that we often ignore. Many elderly people end up opting for ultra-processed foods because they're easy to prepare, or eat inadequate portions because appetite decreases, or maintain old eating habits that no longer serve the current needs of the body. What few people know is that a diet rich in quality proteins is essential after 70 to prevent muscle loss, which is one of the biggest villains of aging. Including at least one portion of lean protein in each main meal can make all the difference. Additionally, staying properly hydrated is fundamental. With age, our thirst mechanism becomes less efficient, and many elderly people suffer from chronic dehydration without even realizing it. Always having a small water bottle nearby and establishing schedules to drink water, even without feeling thirsty, is a simple and effective strategy. Another important point, the antioxidants present in colorful fruits and vegetables are your greatest allies against cellular aging. A practical tip is to ensure your plate always has at least 3 different colors of natural foods. And now let's talk about something that many people underestimate, but that can be as harmful as poor nutrition. Error 3. Social isolation. Perhaps the most silent and devastating mistake after 70, social isolation. It's so common to see people who, after retirement or the loss of a spouse, gradually distance themselves from friends, family, and social activities that were once part of their routine. What few realize is that this isolation is not just a matter of emotional loneliness, it can literally kill. Studies reveal that social isolation increases the risk of premature mortality as much as smoking. 15 cigarettes a day, that's right. The lack of social connections is as harmful to health as smoking. Isolation raises stress levels, impairs the immune system, and significantly increases the risk of depression, anxiety, and even dementia. It's no coincidence that people with an active social life have a 50% lower chance of cognitive decline compared to those who live in isolation. The good news is that it's never too late to rebuild social bonds. Participating in community groups, book clubs, dance classes, or volunteering are wonderful ways to stay connected. Even learning to use technologies like video calls to talk with distant relatives can make a huge difference. And have you ever felt the effects of social isolation in your life or in a family member's? Share your experience in the comments and how you dealt with it. Your story can help many people who are going through the same situation. But now, let's move on to the fourth mistake, which often goes unnoticed. Error 4. Not getting regular checkups. If I'm not feeling anything, why go to the doctor? This is a phrase I hear frequently, and it represents a mistake that can have serious consequences. Many people after 70 avoid regular medical consultations, either out of fear of discovering problems due to mobility difficulties or simply because they think it's unnecessary. The big problem is that many serious conditions, such as hypertension, diabetes, and even certain types of cancer, can develop silently for years before presenting noticeable symptoms. When the signs finally appear, the condition may already be at an advanced stage with more difficult treatment and worse prognosis. Preventive exams, such as blood pressure checks, blood tests, vision and hearing assessments, and regular consultations with a geriatrician can detect problems at an early stage, when the chances of effective treatment are much greater. A practical tip is to create an annual calendar of checkups, organizing consultations by seasons to make them easier to remember. For example, cardiac consultations in summer, blood tests in autumn, and so on. Another important point: always bring a list of questions and concerns to your consultations. Note down symptoms, even those that seem insignificant, and don't be ashamed to question your doctor or ask for more detailed explanations. If you're enjoying this information, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications. Every week I share content like this to help you live longer and better after 70. And get ready, because the fifth mistake could be happening inside your home at this very moment. Error 5. Excessive or inappropriate use of medications. Finally, the incorrect use of medications. With age, we accumulate prescriptions for different conditions. The problem arises when there is no adequate control of these medications. Polypharmacy. The use of 5 or more medications simultaneously affects more than 40% of people over 70, causing serious side effects, dangerous interactions, and new health conditions. Medications suitable at 60 may not be indicated at 75 or 80, as our body metabolizes drugs differently over time. Self-medication or prolonged use is also problematic. Sleep remedies, painkillers, and anti-inflammatories used without medical supervision can cause dependency or serious adverse effects. A good strategy is to gather your medications annually and ask your doctor for a complete review. Use organizers with dividers for days and times, and keep an updated list of all medications, including over-the-counter ones. Apps with medication reminders also help, even for those who have little familiarity with technology. Do you know someone who takes several medications? Share this video. It could be a valuable gift. And tell us in the comments which error surprised you the most. In conclusion, the 5 critical errors that can reduce your life after 70 are neglecting physical activity, maintaining an unbalanced diet, social isolation, avoiding checkups, and using medications inappropriately. Avoiding these mistakes doesn't require drastic changes. They are simple adjustments that make the difference between just aging and aging with quality. Longevity is not just about living more years, but living better years, with independence, health, and joy. It's never too late to improve your self-care. If this content was useful to you, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and share it with those who might benefit. Which of these changes will you implement today? Leave your answer in the comments. Next week, 7 morning habits to increase your energy after 70. The third one will surprise you. See you then.